video, we're going to talk about Century Ensemble's Polyphonic Legato, both for our true legato articulations and for our arcs as well. We've been working over the last couple of years on a true polyphonic legato script, so it actually allows you to play everything you want nimbly on the keys, but triggering all the legatos as well. So you can play a single note in monophony, I guess it's called. You can play in octaves, or you can play with a chord. I'll show you, I'll take a video here so you can see how it works. It just works on the keys, and it really helps not having to load all sorts of different MIDI channels as you're probably used to. You can actually play the ensemble fully the way you want on the keys. It's really, really awesome. And on top of that, we also have Polyphonic Legato for our arcs. So you can play our arcs with motion and emotion and create whatever patterns or melodies you want to do out of them as well. Super nimble. I'll take a video of that as well. And on top of that, there's just a lot of small details there that really makes it more nimble and functional. First of all, we have two different microphone mixes. We have a couple of other videos, I'll put the link below, where Colin is demonstrating the different microphones. We have a much more close stage, everything in seating position, so all the musicians are placed in a natural place in the hall. And then we have another mix, which is more sort of a Decca full orchestral mix as well. Everything seated in the hall as well. It's one of the really important requests we got for the original Century Brass, that people wanted the seating placed automatically. On top of that, we have individual articulations as well. So if you want to save RAM, just load your staccato or trills, whatever you want, you can do that as well. We've also optimized the library so it loads a lot quicker than the old library as well. So there's a lot to talk about. But in this video, we're purely going to be focusing on the true legato, true polyphonic legato for our ensembles, and our polyphonic legato for the ensemble arcs as well. It's just beautiful. So I'll see you in the door. Okay, we are inside Century Ensemble Brass bundle here. So we have all the individual instruments from the ensemble loaded: French horns, trombones, and trumpets. Let me just click on the horns 2 here and load the articulation. You can see how quickly it loads. This is a testament to the optimization we've done to the library. You can always double click on any of the slots here and access all the articulations. So if you want to build your own articulation matrix real quick, you can do that. On top of that, we have our 2 new mixed microphone positions. The A position is a more studio-like microphone, so everything is closer. And B is a more modern orchestral sort of trailer hall, really strong mix. And everything is a natural seating position, which is one of the really important requests we got from Volume 1. But on top of that, let me just unload this thing here. We also have something called individual articulations over here. And I'm going to double click, and you can see we have all the instruments again here. I'm going to go into horns 2, and now you can access all the individual articulations. You'll notice up here that we have our arcs long, arcs short. With polytime, that would mean polyphonic legato for arcs, and I'll come back to that. And we also have our legato chordal, which is our new polyphonic legato. Let me just show how it works here on the keys. I'll start just playing 1 octave, then 2, then 3 octaves, then play with a chord and a couple of chord variations, just to show how fluently it actually works straight on the keys. Let me also show you the polyphonic legato. Pay close attention down here on the keys so you can see how fluently it works. As you can hear, there's a lot of dynamic variation in it as well. The cool thing about the arcs is that they're also velocity based, so the harder you click on the keys, the more burn you get on the arcs. So they're not the same samples, they're actually velocity layered arcs. It's really, really beautiful. Let me just trigger a couple of phrases here just to show you briefly the 2 different microphone positions here. There's a distinct difference between them, and it's actually been taking us 1.5 years to get these mixes down where we're just like, okay, these are perfect now. A sit really well in a studio-tight, stage-like composition. B would be more fitting for that big blockbuster sound. So you can hear it gets more volumetric and bigger sounding on B. Let me also show you another polyphonic legato here for our 6 horns. I'll just noodle around here on the keys. It just works. You don't have to think about different MIDI channels and doing all your incredibly complicated layouts and all that. It just works, even in 3 octaves. And this is actually a good one to demo the 2 new mics on as well. Check out how different they sound. First one here has a lot of up-close definition. Second one here is just that beautiful, big blockbuster hall. Also check out here the polyphonic arc legato long for the 6 horns here. It's gorgeous on the keys. I'll try to play it soft in the beginning and then play harder so you can see the dynamic shifts. And let me try to play the same melody and phrase here using our 3 trombones, also polyphonic arc legato with the long arcs here. Super dynamic again. You play soft, you get that mellow nature. You start increasing your dynamics, it gets more dramatic. Let me also try to freestyle something here with the chordal polyphonic true legato for our 3 trombones. And the same magic goes for our trumpets as well. Again, you want to access the individual articulations here, and then in this case here, let's go into 2 trumpets. And once again, you'll find the polytime for the arcs. In this case, also arc with vibrato, both for short and long, without vibrato as well, and our beautiful chordal legato. Oh, and let's do the same here for the 4 trumpets as well.